So we want to find the Maclaurin. I don't know why I wrote that as a capital L. Oops. Polynomial. That's a lowercase p sub 1 for f of x equals cosine of x over 3.
Wait, the Maclaurin polynomial, what sub x? P sub x?
P sub 1.
P sub 1.
Yep. And really, with that one, your p sub n of x is just your f of 0 plus f prime of, f prime of 0. X plus f double prime of 0 over 2 factorial times x squared plus the third derivative at 0 over 3 factorial times x to the third. And it stops all the way till some n value. So your nth derivative at 0 over n factorial of x to the nth power. So if we're looking for our p sub 1, that's just going to go to the first derivative. So that's f of 0 plus f prime of 0 times x. Okay, so we know our f of x is equal to cosine of x over 3, which means our f of 0 is equal to cosine of 0 over 3, which is 1. Our f prime of x is equal to negative sine, which is negative 1/3 sine of x over 3. And our f prime of 0 is just negative 1/3 times sine of 0 over 3, which is 0. So all we have to do, plug those into here. So our p sub 1 is equal to f of 0, which is 1, plus f prime of 0 times x, which is just 1. Okay. So what if we wanted to, actually I'll put this on a different page because it's going to, it may run out of room. Alright, so if anyone's still writing. Alright. So let's say if we wanted to find our p sub 3 for f of x equals 1 over 1 plus x. And find its power series representation. Uh-oh. Okay, so our p sub 3 is equal to f of 0 plus f prime of 0x plus second derivative at 0 over 2 factorial x squared plus the third derivative at 0 over 3 factorial times x to the third. Okay, so we know our f of x is 1 over 1 plus x. So that means our f of 0 is 1 over 1 plus 0, which is 1. Our f prime of x is equal to negative 1 over 1 plus x, that whole thing squared. That means our f prime of 0 is equal to, if we make that 0, that would be negative 1. Okay. Now our second derivative of x is equal to 2 over 1 plus x to the third. So that means our second derivative at 0 is equal to 2 over 1 to the third, which is 2. Our third derivative, of x is equal to negative 6 over 1 plus x to the fourth. Okay, so our third derivative at 0 is negative 6 over 1 plus 0 to the fourth, so it's just negative 6. Okay, so we have all of our f of zeros and f prime of zeros that we're going to need. Okay, so we know that your p of 3 is going to be f of 0, which is 1, plus f prime of 0 times x, that's minus x, plus f prime of 0, so 2, over 2 factorial times x squared, which ends up just being 1, plus, well, actually it becomes minus since you have negative 6, minus 6 over 3 factorial times x to the third. So it equals 1 minus x plus x squared minus x to the third. Okay, which is the first 4 terms, which is enough to get us a decent power series representation from it. Okay, so that's going to equal the sum from n equals 0 to infinity. It oscillates, so we know it's going to have a negative 1. When n equals 0, equals 1, so we're good there. X to the nth power. So when n equals 0, that becomes 1, and it matches up. When n equals 1, that becomes negative 1, and that matches up, and so forth, and so on and so on. Okay, so we have our p sub 3, and we have our representation. All right, so any questions on that one? All right, so I'll do one more example. Okay. Okay, so what if we wanted to use the Taylor series polynomial for the cube root of x at x equals 8 to estimate the cube root of 10. Okay. Now for the Taylor series, or for the Maclaurin series, they use a lowercase p sub n. For the Taylor series, they'll use the uppercase p sub n. Okay, so that's f of a. We already know a is equal to 8, but f prime of a times x minus a plus f double prime of a over 2 factorial times x minus a squared. Do one more, over 3 factorial times x minus a to the third, so forth, so on and so on. Nope, actually it said use the second, which means we only need our piece of 2. I think I skimmed over that word a little too fast. So our piece of 2 of x is just going to be f of a plus f prime of a times x minus a plus the second derivative of a over 2 factorial of x minus a squared. And we know that a is equal to 8. Actually, I'll do that after we find all of those, so I won't have to just rewrite it again. Okay, so we know that, kind of separate that, our f of x is cube root of x, which means our f of 8 is cube root of 8, which is 2. Okay, our f prime of x, if we make that x to the 1/3 power, that's going to be 1/3 x to the negative 2/3. Okay, so your f prime of 8, I'm about to write x, equal to 1/3 times 8 to the negative 2/3, which is equal to 1/12. Our second derivative is equal to negative 2 over 9 times x to the negative 5/3. Our second derivative at 8 is actually equal to 1 over, well, let's say negative 2 over 9 times 8 to the negative 5/3, which is negative 1 over 144. Our third derivative, actually we don't need the third derivative, we're only going up to the second. Once you get started on a roll, you just keep going. Okay, so b sub 2, p sub 2 of x, which is f of 8 plus f prime of 8 times x minus 8 plus the second derivative at 8 over 2 factorial times x minus 8 squared. Okay, so that's equal to 2 plus f prime of 8 is 1 over 12 times x minus 8 plus the, should be minus since it's negative 144. Okay, so minus 144. And where is I? Divided by 2 factorial. So you can just say 1 over 2 factorial times x minus 8 squared. So really that becomes 1 over 288. Okay, so 2 plus 1 over 12 x minus 8 minus 1 over 288 times x minus 8 squared. Okay, so that's our p sub 2 of x. Now to estimate it, we just replace our x with 10. To estimate cube root of 10, replace x with 10. So our p sub 2 of 10 is equal to 2 plus 1 over 12 times 10 minus 8 minus 1 over 288 times 10 minus 8 squared, which is equal to 2 plus, that becomes 10 minus 8 is 2, so that's 1 over 6. Oh, hold on. Or am I missing something? Yep, 1 over 6. I don't know why I wrote 1 over 5 there, but it's 1 over 6. Minus 4 over 288, which ends up being 2.1528. Clean that up a little bit. Okay, so that's the estimated value of cube root of 10. And of course, as you go bigger and bigger and bigger, your estimation gets closer and closer and closer to the actual thing. All right, so any questions on that one? All right, so we'll stop there. That up. Oh, did everyone sign in? Looks like no one signed in.
Nobody even got it.
Oh, I gave it to Olivia.
I put it on the front desk. Nobody was here.
After signing your name.
I know, she signed her name right here.
3:30.
I know.
Actually,
Mr. Johnson,
Mhm.
I know the exams got put in, and I haven't gotten the test back yet, but I
Yeah.
can almost guarantee that's exactly what it was. Those two problems that we went over.
Yep, one of them was the one you talked about, that one.
So, because yeah, I ended up getting, I think, exactly a 90 on it.
Yeah.
And, so it
I was like, hey, he predicted it.
You know how it would go to talk about like
How's
transfer
that
credits?
That would be down on the second floor. I'm trying to think of the room number. But if you go right down the stairs to the second floor, and you'll see glass doors, if you make a left, and then I'm trying to think if you'll go straight down there or right. I think they're closed now. But if you go down, you make a left, and then right, you should see the office there. And if it's not there, they'll be able to tell you where you can go.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. And this is just an extra example. Ooh. We're down to like our last 2 classes. We only have like 2 more classes before we've covered everything.
What? So how many more weeks do we have? Not including Thanksgiving.
I think 3.
Yeah.
I think 3 more weeks.
Next week.
Yep, then we have, next week, Thanksgiving week. Then we have the first week in December, and then we have
And
the
then
final,
the,
second
like,
week.
11th is our last day.
Yep, I think it's the 11th. Either the 11th or 12th. I have to double
Yeah.
check. Is it 12th?
12th is a Thursday.
Yep, that'll be the last day.
Because we're Monday, Wednesday.
Yep, so it would be the 11th. Let me double check. Yep, the 11th.
So we'll do we have a test? We'll have a test on this and then a final?
Yep, you have a test on everything from the 3rd test on up.
Okay.
And then
Will we
come,
learn more and then take the final?
Oh, no,
Or
once-
the final will just be on everything?
oh yeah, the final will be on everything. Did you see the review final?
No.
Oh, yep, it's on Canvas.
Okay.
Yep, so yep,
Okay.
because they gave it to us, I want to say about a week ago, and I attached it.
Okay.
This is gonna be by Alta.
Nope, I don't think it is, because the department made that one up.
department.
Yeah, so it's departmental. So, that's one of those, I have absolutely zero say-so as to what's on it,
Do you
so.
know like what it's like though? Like is it similar to our the test
Mm.
we're taking, or, well,
To be honest,
we
I-
have multiple choice, I don't think they're, I don't
No,
know.
yeah, that one's, there's multiple choice, but they're going to be, I wanna say, if I glanced over it, I wanna say it's 15 questions.
You're recording this stuff.
Oh, thank you.